What began 3.5 months ago has all built to this. The championship game in the Big 12 Conference. One that has a long history of classic finishes. We could be in for another one here today. Welcome, folks, to AT&T Stadium, the home of the Cowboys, right here in Arlington, Texas. As we'll see the number 11 team in the country, the Houston Cougars, taking on a playoff team from last year, the Cincinnati Bearcats. For EA Sports College Football, Chris Fowler, joined as always by Kirk Herbstreit. Kirk, let's get right to the action. Kickoff team out there getting ready, and this is it, the battle for the conference championship trophy. Fielded in the end zone. It's Anderson. Makes it to the 16. That's good coverage there. Receivers now getting some new assignments before the snap. Looking to throw it on first down. Bringing pressure. Incomplete. Almost a first down interception here on the opening drive.
Pretty nice catch here, but a missed opportunity for an interception. Let's face it, a lot of these defenders, they've got it all. Speed, athleticism, but hands, sometimes a little questionable, as we saw here.
So after the incompletion, it's second down. Looks like he didn't get the snap off in time. That'll cost him 5 yards. Dangerous play call here after that 5-yard penalty. Second down play coming up for this offense. There's the snap, and he's looking to throw. Stopped right there at the line, no gain.
The offensive line does everything they can to try to protect the quarterback, to give him enough time to find an open receiver. But there's nobody there downfield. He ends up throwing it to the back. But how about the speed of this defense? Now, you're looking at a third down.
So a tricky situation here. Third and very long inside your own 20. How much of a risk do you take? You know, this defense could be very aggressive at this moment. Out of the gun now on third down. He escapes the pocket. It's a deep shot to the right. That one falls incomplete. They tried to press it deep, but now it brings up fourth down.
Well, this defense has got to be aware that this quarterback and this offensive coordinator, they're not afraid to take shots. Here we see it early in this game, throwing the ball downfield. Defense has got to be aware. Keep those safeties back. Keep your eyes up. Try to keep a lid on this offense and look for some turnover opportunities.
And the returner brought down by the coverage team. Shotgun, it's a handoff. Gain of 2 yards, and now it's second down and 8.
Hey, it's a great job of this defense containing the running game. But if I'm calling the plays, I'm not abandoning the running game just yet. I think it's important to have some sense of balance. So throwing and running is essential. Stick with it.
Second down after that run on the previous play. And the quarterback looking to make a play through the air. Short connection to the tight end here. Defense shoves him out of bounds. Not much of a gain there.
And here the tight end shows off his hands for a nice game. Love to see the big man get his touches.
Offense moving closer to the line again after that catch. Looking to pick up the first down through the air. The pass is intercepted. Not much of a return, but the important thing is the interception sets the offense up at the 45.
Now they come out of that nickel package, and the move pays off, gives them an extra defensive back on the field, a little bit more speed and awareness, and it pays off with this big interception.
Here comes the opening play of the drive. They begin at their own 45-yard line. They begin with a quick throw to the left. And it's out of bounds after a decent gain.
Well, they don't pick up the first down here, but if you can use the quick passing game to stay ahead of the chains, it definitely helps your offense. And if that defense starts to creep up and take that away, that's when you can take a shot downfield.
One man in the backfield, and he'll get the football. That solid pursuit, though, trap him out there behind the line of scrimmage.
Things just appear to be a bit out of sync from the get-go on that one. Give credit to the front seven of that defense for staying in the proper lanes and getting to the ball carrier, not let him dance around and make something out of nothing.
Quarterback checks the defensive look, makes some adjustments. Third down play here out of the shotgun. Defense is coming after him. On the move, but can't find the receiver, and he's brought down.
Chris, this one's on the quarterback, in my opinion. He's got to have a better feel and a presence in the pocket to be able to either check it down or get rid of the ball. You just can't take the sack.
And he takes it around the 20. The coverage team able to bring the returner to the ground. The opening play of the drive to begin from the 33. Now, wasn't alert enough, didn't get the play off. That'll cost him 5 yards. Quarterback lost track of the play clock, and that'll cost the offense 5. Looking for some space. It's Butler. And the run moves the ball up to the 33.
Nice job here of controlling the line of scrimmage by this offensive line. The back does what he needs to do to get positive yards on first down.
Second down after that run on the previous play. And they're moving the receiver now before the snap. Second down, we're going to throw it. Caught quickly. Brought down, but not before he gets into enemy territory at the 49.
Well, that's the thing with this guy. You've got the ability to flex him out. He shows his versatility and what he can do from that slot position. He could be the quarterback safety blanket.
This line getting set up. It's a first down play. Quarterback drops back from the shotgun. Here's an easy completion to the back out of the backfield.
That's what I love about this guy. He has the ability to sneak out of the backfield. The quarterback's able to find him open, checks it down for a nice gain.
Looks like a man is down on the field after the last play, so we'll take a timeout. That completion makes it second and medium. Quarterback looking to connect with the receiver here. It's a short completion to the big tight end. Looks like Houston will have the first down. And a player is down injured after that last play. We'll take a timeout while they check him out. This Houston offense is moving quickly down the field. Testing the right side there. And this one goes nowhere. Lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Man, every defensive coordinator will tell you, I just want my guys to play fast. And how about that one right there? He almost ends up tackling the quarterback as he's handing the ball off. This offense is lucky they didn't end up fumbling.
Offense behind the 6 now on 2nd and 11 after the 1-yard loss. Quarterback looking to pass here on 2nd down. The receiver grabs it and uses his speed to pick up solid yardage. That's a nice pickup there. They find some space in the zone and pick up the first down.
Yeah, really nice call here, Chris, to be able to pick up this first down on this drag route. The quarterback does a nice job of being patient, waiting for that window to open up in that zone, and he put it right on the money for the receiver to have a chance to not just catch it, but eventually get the first.
Brings her in the end zone, and he gets in for the score. Touchdown, Houston. Simple throw, all the yards after the catch. Explosive play by the receiver to score.
Just a dynamic, athletic playmaker. As simple as you said, Chris, just throw him the football, he makes a catch, and then all the fireworks are after the catch, and this defense just unable to corral him.
Point after, up and good. Kickoff team out there, they are fired up after just scoring a touchdown. Bringing it out, it's Anderson. He'll be tackled at the 18. That's good coverage there. Offense out there for the first play of this drive from the 18. First down, looking to throw the ball. Quarterback finds an open target on the left side. And the defense swarms, not much of a gain on that completion.
Any good offense has to have a reliable, quick to intermediate passing game. Even though that wasn't enough for the first down, it's plays like this that help you sustain drives and not get stuck with 3rd down and long.
Looking to pass here on 2nd down. Nice grab. It's Buckner. They tackle him at the 38. Solid gain. Nice play there.
Defense kind of lost a running back here. Makes a nice catch and gets the first down in the process.
Fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. There's some pre-snap movement in the backfield. On 1st and 10, looking to throw. Caught behind the line. It's Buckner. And he's brought down, but they went backwards after the completion. Good work by the defense. They flipped into the field, ready now for the 2nd period. Here we go. First play of the quarter. Offense setting up for a 2nd down play. And the ball is handed off out of the shotgun. He's wrapped up nicely there by the freshman.
Love this early in the game by this defense. Taking control of the line of scrimmage, not giving this back anywhere to go, and they keep him short of the first down.
They're backed up here, trying to make something happen on 3rd and long. Quarterback changing the play now at the line. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. On On the run here, lets it go. Caught, completion. They make the stop, but not before a solid gain that time.
What a clutch play here by this offense to convert on third down. I know it's still early in this game, but the fact that they've dug themselves a hole to convert there and keep this drive alive, they got a new set of downs and a chance to dig into this lead.
On 1st and 10 here, looking to throw the ball. On the move now. Escapes the pocket. He's got the 40. They finally get him down, but not before he reaches the 28.
And it is fun to watch this guy get out in the open field. I didn't realize he could run like this. That's a big gain for this offense.
Offense beginning to click on this drive as they try to reach the end zone for the first time today. Takes the ball and heads to the left side. Slams right into a wall. They've got him for a loss.
How about the timing here by the defense to shoot that gap? As an offensive lineman, you have to anticipate that, close that gap off. Otherwise, it could be a long day.
Quarterback looking to throw it on 2nd down. But they don't make the connection. That one is incomplete. Eighth play of the drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Dropping back, looking to throw for the 1st down. On the run here, lets it go. That one is incomplete. The defender was right there, and it brings up 4th down now.
Hey, it's an incompletion, but it's a nice job by the quarterback. I know it didn't pan out, but the most important thing is he didn't turn the football over, and he didn't take a sack. It'll give your kicker a chance to put some points on the board if they opt for the field goal here on 4th down.
Offense is on the field to go for it. Quarterback adjusting now to the defense. Fourth down. He's throwing for it. Lets it go quickly. Can't connect in the long throw. Incomplete. A 4th down stop.
Chris, I like the call here going for it on 4th down, but the receiver has got to do a better job of knowing exactly where that 1st down marker is and run that route a yard or two beyond the sticks to be able to give yourself a chance to pick up the 1st down. Instead, the defense comes up with a stop and they get the ball back.
Looking out throwing here to start the drive. It's the running back in the flat. Defense drops it for a loss. Tougher 2nd down on the way.
Boy, the defense does such a good job of taking any threat downfield away. All he could do is throw it to his back, and the loss of yards, now you're behind the sticks.
Second down play coming up. Quarterback sets up, looking for an open man. Caught over the middle. It's Williams. They make the tackle, but not before a solid gain on that pass. Successful formation. It's 3rd down. Looking to pick up the 1st down through the air. Finds his man. It's Williams. The game is not enough for 1st down, so it brings up a 4th and short.
Well, they're going to come up short of the sticks here. We got a tough decision at this point in the football game for the head coach. What will they do now on down.
Here we go. The coach rolling the dice. 4th and 1 in his own territory. Looking to chuck it again. Makes the catch, and that is enough for a first down. Oh, and he hits out of bounds after a real nice game there.
Well, Chris, here's an example of what we always talk about. On 4th down, the receiver's got to run a route beyond the sticks. Great awareness to know exactly where he is. Quarterback makes the throw. Receiver gets hit, but he's beyond the sticks for the first down.
The Soft were able to bring him down quickly.
Chris, you know, the spread era over the years has always grown offensively, but what I've been always impressed with defenses that really build their defense to play in space still have an ability to be sound at the line of scrimmage and defend a running game. It's exactly what we saw right here.
Quarterback wants to throw it on 2nd down. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. They bring him down quickly, a short pitching catch to get a little bit closer to the mark.
Love the timing here between the quarterback and his receiver. Pick up some positive yards. I continue to be impressed with just the chemistry between these two.
Offense gets set up here. It's 3rd down. Pre-snap motion from the receiver. Running play called on 3rd and short. Breaks clear in open space. And runs out of bounds. That's a big gainer there.
You know, everybody always wants to talk about quarterbacks today and receivers. And don't get me wrong, that's a big part of the evolution of the game and where we are. But, man, for me, as a fan, when I'm watching a game, there's just something satisfying about the teams and the offenses that still have backs that can carry the ball and come up with plays like that. Move those sticks and keep this drive going.
Makes the grab. Can he get there? And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Houston.
I'll tell you what, in this first half, this quarterback seems to be making all the right reads and showing the accuracy that he's shown all year long. Outstanding pass, great conversion. They put 6 more on the board.
They'll try to add to the lead now for PAT. The extra point is good. They stretch the lead a little bit more. So the offense getting some momentum before halftime of the touchdown. Now they kick off and hope for the defense and get a quick stop. Fielded in the end zone. It's Anderson. But he's got some space here. Picks up some blocks. Can they catch him? They can't catch him. Touchdown. An electrifying play by this returner. Takes it the length of the field to the house in the conference championship game.
Yeah, Chris, I don't know if there's anything that can affect momentum as much as a kickoff return all the way back for a touchdown. It gets everybody fired up. Now you've got the stadium behind you. Your offense and defense will respond. This could be a game-changing opportunity for them.
The extra point, they're down 14-7 now. So the offense gets momentum scoring before halftime. Now the kickoff. We'll see if the defense can get a stop and preserve that momentum. And the kickoff goes out the back of the end zone, so a touchback. Here comes the first play of the drive. Can they do something in the final 30 seconds of the half? And looking to throw now on 1st down. The pass rush closing in. And it's incomplete. The defender arrived the same time as the football. And now it's 2nd down.
Well, that's a great job by this defense of getting pressure with only 3 pass rushers. That leaves 8 back in coverage. It makes it very difficult to find an open man. But, boy, you'll play that defense all day if you can get that kind of pressure with just 3 guys.
So 2nd and 10 from the 25. Important to get something here to avoid that tough 3rd and long situation. They look to throw it here on 2nd down. And he dumps it off to the tight end. And the defense grabs it after the completion. He's just short of the 1st down. So the offense calls a timeout here. That's their first of the half.
And there's the tight end who shows off his hands.
seconds of a half. Chance for just a couple more plays. The DB is backing off from the line now. Looking to scramble. Oh, it's picked off. What a play. They bring him down. A chance to turn that into points just before halftime.
Well, we're just here in this first half, and this defense is all over it. That's their second interception. Good job of pressuring the quarterback, making him uncomfortable, and forcing the ball into coverage.
This will likely be the last play of the half. First down. We're going to throw the football. Looking for a deep completion. They can't come up with it there, and that's going to do it. Time runs out in the first half. And that will do it for the first half here. Kevin Connors now has our halftime update. And the Bearcats will kick this away to get the second half going. So no return here. He takes him in the end zone, and they'll begin the drive at the 25. And the first play of the drive now from the 25. Defensive backs up at the line, showing press. First play of the drive, we're going to throw the football. Graham down the middle. It's Thomas.
This is an example of a quarterback in his offense just taking what the defense gives you. Not a huge play, but positive yards. The defense wants to give that throw to you. You take it, get the ball to your receiver, stay ahead of the sticks.
Second down, we're going to throw it. Caught over the middle. It's Thurman. They stop him, but it's a first down.
Just a good job of spreading the wealth, making sure everybody's getting their touches. When you do that, the defense can't lock in on one guy or two guys. Make them have to be aware of everybody, and allows you to continue to spread the ball around and spread the field, making it tougher for this defense.
On 1st and 10, they'll look to throw it. The receiver makes the catch. They've got him at the 48. That's a first down.
And the defense sits back in a zone coverage. Good job here by the quarterback, recognizing that soft coverage, and he hits the routine drag route underneath for a first down.
Houston getting set with a 1st and 10 coming up. They'll try the left side with a toss. It's a 2-yard gain. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Defense does a really nice job here of being able to contain that run game, held him just to 2 yards. Chris, to me, this changes the playbook a little bit now for the offense. The guy calling the plays at 2nd and 8, that's a different deal. Now he's got him probably thinking about going through the air instead of staying on the ground.
Now here's the toss play. The freshman brings him down quickly.
In an era that we live in right now, everybody wants to spread the field around, try to create space, try to create one-on-one matchups, and the defense has countered over the years by trying to play out wide. But here's a great example. The defense has the ability to play wide, but still be solid at the line of scrimmage, not give up big run plays.
Empty set now, 5 wide. 3rd down, out of the shotgun. It's an out route, the catch made. Tackle finally made at the 37. 1st and 10 from there.
Well, this quarterback is unflappable. Here they are working with the lead in the second half. Get to a 3rd down. You got to throw the football. This is where you trust the quarterback to make a good decision, an accurate throw. He does it, you convert, and you keep working that clock.
1st down here for this offense. There's the snap. They'll set up the throw. They'll try a pass here. Working for the tight end, and it's caught. Ball carrier wrapped up, brought down.
Chris, it just feels like the offense is almost teasing the defense with this play. As an offensive coordinator, quarterback, you're often looking for that soft spot in the zone. And here, they do a nice job of finding that hole for a nice gain.
Offense getting set. Second down play here. They're going to run it. Looks like Houston will have the first down.
Well, good push up front here in this back. I tell you, he's got some outstanding vision to be able to find those creases, to be able to get positive yards, and here he gets the first down.
Motion now from the tight end. Looking for a gap. It's Butler. And he'll be smothered right at the line for no gain.
It was an excellent effort by this defense, just staying in their run fits, holding their own at the line of scrimmage, and then making a tackle. Offense just couldn't get enough of a push to get any yards at all.
The offense goes 5 wide, empty backfield. Quarterback looking to pass here on second down. Caught in the backfield. It's Williams. They'll actually lose yardage after the catch. The defense all over in that time.
Well, a lot of times you match up a wide receiver, you get a linebacker on him. You'd like to think that the wide receiver can shake him. But this linebacker is really athletic and is able to make plays in space.
Now in third and very long, looking to throw. Looks left and finds his target there. The defense will wrap him up after a 7-yard gain. It'll bring up fourth down. Now the offense will call a timeout here. Something they didn't like about what they saw there. Wanting to make an adjustment before this critical down. So a field goal attempt coming up now. Oh, he missed it. Off target that time. After the miss, it's still a 7-point lead.
That's a missed opportunity for some points here. The way they were moving the football, I thought maybe a touchdown at the very least, 3 points, but instead, he shanks it.
Here's the first play of the drive now from the 20-yard line. Early movement there will cost the offense 5 yards. And the head coach will decide to accept the penalty and take the yardage. Quarterback making adjustments now to what the defense is showing. Offense looking to throw the ball. He bought some time, now lets it go. Quick throw complete to the tight end. They bring him down after a short gain there.
Boy, that's pretty good coverage here by this defense. Not much of a window to throw this ball into, but the quarterback's accuracy and the size of the tight end picks up a nice gain.
And from the shotgun, an inside handoff. And tackled after a small pickup there.
See, that's how you limit what an offense wants to do. This time, the defense just won the battle up front at the line of scrimmage, not giving up any big plays. Everybody's gap sound. It's really solid defense on that play.
Quarterback in the shotgun here on third down. He'll throw it now. And a short pitch and catch to the tight end. Brought down at the 33. That's good enough to move the sticks.
Really good job here of converting by this offense. And let's face it, at this point in the game, because they have such a big hole to climb out of, they've got to be able to convert and come up with a new set of downs. They do it here. Now they got a real shot to cut into this lead.
Looking for a gap. It's Butler. And the runner brought down right at the 38-yard line.
Hey, listen, you don't always have to have big plays to be successful. It's a nice, solid gain here. Keeps you on schedule, and you get ready for that next play.
Second down after that run on the previous play. Wants to throw it. Quarterback delivers complete to the right side. He's tackled quickly, but the yardage is good enough for the first down.
Chris, we get so caught up in these wide receivers and their playmaking ability and getting them the ball in space. And the defense has to pay attention to them. Often too much attention opens up an underneath drag route like this, and quarterback makes a good read. Nice first down.
They get him down, but the game moves the ball to the 37. One quarter to go. Let's see if this sets up as a classic finish. So here we go. First play of the quarter. The offense has a first down. A pop pass on the jet sweep. They bring him down just short of the marker, inches away from the first down.
Anytime the offense can have any kind of success stretching the defense horizontally, puts the defense in a really tough spot. They'll have to adjust to these types of motion plays going forward, because the more the offense can stretch you out, the more they can hit those vertical seams.
Quick throw caught on the left side. Runner scoots out of bounds after gaining decent yards.
These undersized slot receivers can be some of the toughest guys to contain for a defense. They're quicker than they really are fast, and they're very elusive, tough to contain in these one-on-one matchups.
Shotgun formation. Here's an inside give. And he goes nowhere. Stop cold behind the line of scrimmage.
Chris, overall, it's been a tough day for this offense, but especially for this running back, just not able to find any kind of traction at all. And it's made this offense somewhat one-dimensional, and a large reason they're trailing in the fourth quarter.
Becoming a long drive. The 9th play coming up. Looking to pass here on second down. Moves out of the pocket. Grab down the middle. It's Bucky. Solid tackle. Able to get him down.
The defense is so caught up in this guy running the football on this drive, they forgot to defend him coming out of the backfield. Nice positive play here.
Critical moment in this conference championship. 10th play of the drive. Third down and short. They'll change the pre-snap look now. Makes the grab, a chance to score. They bring him down short of the end zone, but this will set up a first and goal.
This is a big conversion by this offense. They're down now in the second half. Probably limited opportunities at this point in the game. Every chance you get your hands on the ball, you need points. They keep this drive alive right here.
Quarterback drops back from the shotgun, looking for a receiver. Motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Bearcats.
I think the drop back here really fools this defense at the goal line. Good call by the offensive coordinator to give the quarterback options. You can see the defense kind of on their heels, so the quarterback decided to take off, and he was just too quick to get to the goal line.
He does his job with a PAT, and this ball game is tied here in the fourth quarter. And the kickoff will bounce right through the end zone for a touchback. And the first play of the drive now from the 25. Ball handed off. And he will be stuffed for no gain. My gosh, this offensive line's got to do a better job of blocking. The
defense was zeroed in on the ball carrier and absolutely nowhere to go for the offense.
Quickly behind the sticks here after the loss. 2nd down and 11. Quarterback looking to throw it on 2nd down. Catch made over the middle, and it works. The first down with a 35.
You know, we talked this week with the offensive coordinator about what makes this receiver so special. He kept referring to his route running. Here's an example of that. Great route, enough separation to give the quarterback a nice lane to throw the football.
Completion good for first down yardage for this offense. And the clock has stopped here as we've reached the final 2 minutes of play. Fresh set of downs for the offense. First down. And the tight end goes in motion before the snap. Here comes a first down pass attempt. He escapes the pocket. Gets rid of it on the move. Caught over the middle. It's Thomas. They get him down, but a big gainer with a 42.
Chris, a great ability by this quarterback to get outside of the pocket and place the football right where it needs to be for the first down.
Houston getting set with a 1st and 10 coming up. The DB's right near the line now, showing press coverage. And it's incomplete, even on a first down throw. He was under some heavy pressure.
Anytime a quarterback's able to recognize a free rusher like that, that's what the check down is for. He has to recognize the protection issues quickly and pivot.
After the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 42. Looking to throw again. Grab behind the line. It's Butler. And the defense smothers him for no gain.
How about the discipline of this defense here on 2nd down? You're anticipating a pass. They've got pretty much everybody covered. And then once the back has the ball, how about the speed to be able to bring him down? Now it's 3rd down.
Here on 3rd down. A field goal try here would be from 59 yards out. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. Looking for his big tight end. Down for a shot. Ball is incomplete. Couldn't quite connect there.
Boy, this is all about the defense here. Nice stop here on 3rd down, but really it's about trying to get this offense behind the sticks. Once you get it behind the sticks, you can mix up your coverages, really affect the quarterback's eyes and disrupt the timing and the rhythm of what the offense is trying to do. Now we've got another big 4th down coming up.
And on 4th down, the punter sends it away. And that sets up a return. He's going to get run out of bounds after a small pickup on the return. Offense out there to start a new drive from the 21. Looking to throw it on 1st down. Grabbed by the receiver. That's a quick tackle, but they pick up solid yardage on that short throw. Quarterback looking to pass here on 2nd down. Grab behind the line. It's Butler. He's going to lose yardage here. The defense pursues and forces him out of bounds. tough situation for the offense. 3rd and long from their 25. Let's see if the defense brings some heat here. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. It's reeled in. It's Buckley. They bring him down, but not before he gains first down yardage. And a timeout is called. They'll talk it over, tied late here in the 4th quarter. The crowd now trying to make a difference here in the final possession. Quarterback making some changes at the line. First down, looking to throw the ball. On the move now. And he'll finally let it fly deep to the right. Defense breaks it up. Nice play. Incomplete.
Well, they come out firing here to start this second half. They didn't make this completion, but I think it sends a clear message to this defense that the adjustments that this offense is going to make is that they're going to be aggressive and they're going to look for their one-on-one opportunities.
Second down after that previous play. And he's back to throw again after that incompletion on first down. On the run here, lets it go. This time a completion. And the defense brings him down. Now they've got to hustle to the line and get set. Going to pick up the 3rd and short through the air. Signs a good throw. Stop right near midfield. It'll be a first down. The Bearcats looking to run some tempo here. The offense with some pre-snap eye candy. On 1st and 10, looking to throw. Looking to scramble. He'll weave the ball deep down that right side. And that one's incomplete with just 7 seconds left on the clock.
Now, the defense better be aggressive here themselves. Clearly, we're seeing an approach by this offense that they're going to attack downfield. Probably saw something in the first half that they could take advantage of. They come out early and try to hit it for a big one.
That play makes it 2nd and 10. Here's the snap. Quarterback drops back. Quick throw to the left side. And it's incomplete with just 2 seconds remaining.
Hey, really good call here by the defensive coordinator working with the lead in the 4th quarter. Get 6 defensive backs with that dime look. Cover as much ground as you can and have as much speed as you can. I think the quarterback may have been confused there and just threw the ball away.
Offense been in reverse here. Now a long way to go to convert this 3rd down. Taking a shot deep toward the end zone. Touchdown, Cincinnati. And they take the lead here in the 4th quarter.
What a job by this offense to get this go-ahead score with such little time left. I loved how they managed the clock, managed the situation. They score, and now you give your opponent such little time to have a chance to come back and tie this game up.
What an amazing run these guys have had, and now they can call themselves champions of the Big 12 and become a piece of the history of that great conference. And now with the playoff spot locked up, we get to see what they can do against the 11 other best teams in the nation. And that's going to wrap it up. For Kirk Hermstreet, I'm Chris Fowler. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.